Previously on the practice.
Suddenly, airport security comes and tells me I have to get off because I was too fat to fly.
The statute of limitations for suing us has expired.
I would just tell the client that we settled, pay them out of my own pocket, and avoid the whole malpractice thing.
They've agreed to pay you $10,000.
Tell them no.
This woman thinks the airline offered her $10,000?
Just help me.
Tell your client the truth.
There's something you need to know.
I already know, and all I can say is thank you. Mr. Torrance came to my house this morning.
He went to Melissa Kenner and pretended to be somebody from the airline and settled the case.
Well, any chance I get to break a law.
Why are we having lunch?
I think I enjoy the company of inquisitive people. Also, I find you attractive.
I was so sure after the case was over that
you were expendable? Just the opposite, Diane.
It's not a Jewish thing.
What is it then?
A man-woman thing. I want to break up.
Jamie, you and I, it's just a thing. We both know that. It's no big deal.
What are you doing?
Just looking.
You just looking?
I leave. I perhaps should have shared that prior to getting intimate, but in relationships, I leave.
Are you leaving now?
Only to go to work. I don't mean to suggest any waning interest on my part. To the contrary. But in the spirit of honesty.
You leave.
Okay, you'll be transported to the courthouse tomorrow at 8 a.m. The trial is scheduled for 9.
When do I see my lawyer?
Mr. Beluti will be waiting for you at the courthouse. As will I. You might want to think about a plea. Aggravated rape could be as much as 25 years.
Can I ask you something?
Certainly.
How is it that I'm going on trial tomorrow, facing 25 years, and I haven't seen my lawyer in weeks?
He's been working on the case, and he's quite prepared. I assure you, you're in very capable hands.
What are these?
They're for Jamie, actually.
Wow, orchids in November. Who from?
We don't know.
You ready?
A little heads up. The client's slightly perturbed not having seen you.
Okay, let's go. Jimmy, hold on a second. You haven't seen your client?
Not since the arraignment. Tara's been doing the back and forth with him. I've been prepping the case from here. Hey, you're the one who said watch out time on the court-appointed cases, Eugene, so...
I said draw limits. I never said don't bother to meet with the client.
I'm ready to try the case. Don't worry. Come on, Tara.
Nice. Who from?
This is kind of private.
Somebody Jewish, I hope.
I arrived home, I think it was just after 8 p.m. I was picking up Jessica to go out to dinner. It was her 21st birthday.
Jessica is your daughter?
Yes. I came into the house and I immediately heard noise coming from somewhere.
What kind of noise, sir?
Well, I really couldn't identify it at first. But then I went into the living room and I saw the cause of the noise.
What did you see, sir?
I saw my daughter being raped.
know this is difficult, sir, but can you describe for the jury exactly what you saw?
Jessica was on her back, on the floor. That man over there was on top of her. Her pants were pulled down, his too, and he was forcing himself inside of her.
Are you sure this is the man you saw on top of your daughter?
I am positive it was him. It was him.
What happened next, Mr. Palmer?
I picked up a shovel by the fireplace, and I knocked him unconscious. Then I called 911. I tied him up with an electrical cord. Police came and got him.
And could you describe for the jury the condition of your daughter?
She was beyond hysterical.
I'm done, Your Honor.
You said, sir, you heard noises when you entered. Did you hear screams?
I said before I couldn't identify the noises.
When you saw what you saw, would it be fair to say it caused you feelings of shock?
That would be fair.
Did you see any weapon in my client's possession?
No.
Nothing further.
You didn't do nothing.
Look, Derek, this was the father of the victim. You gotta walk a careful line.
I'm the victim here, Mr. Baluti. Do we not understand that?
In the eyes of the jury, this man was sympathetic. It would have been a mistake for me to beat him up.
So you did nothing?
No. I established that he didn't hear screams, which, as the girl's father, he would have remembered hearing. I established that he went into shock upon seeing the event. Shock compromises capacity to observe. Did you explain to Mr. Mills that our theory of defense...
Why haven't you explained it to me? Huh? She's a law student. Where the hell have you been?
We got a problem, Mr. Mills? Because if we do, I got an easy suggestion. We can go see the judge, tell her you want a different lawyer. I doubt she'll give you one middle to the trial, but hey, it's worth a shot. You like to take your shots where you find them, huh, Derek?
All right. This isn't helping.
Seems like a nice guy.
He's angry.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
Jimmy, if I could play the role of a naive law student for a second. There's no chance that he could be innocent, is there?
What are you talking about? You're the one who's been saying he's guilty.
I know. I'm sure that he is. It's just that he is so indignant.
Lesson number one, Tara. The guiltier they come, the more indignant they get about being arrested.
Right. Good.
Is there a problem?
No?
Excellent. So, you are here to...
Alan, I don't like "I'm leaving" to be the first words out of a man's mouth in the morning. Especially after I've slept with him the night before.
Could we perhaps discuss this later?
Oh, I'm not here for confrontation, Alan. Only some clarity. Will we be seeing each other again?
Would tonight be soon enough?
Yes?
Fine then.
The man Roland Huff shot. Wasn't that his sister?
I believe it was, yes.
You slept with her?
I did, actually. Thank you for asking.
Alan.
Do you mind?
Sorry,
Thought they were firm flowers?
well, since they were out in the open,
I
so I
left
assumed
them
it was
on my
public.
desk.
Okay. Sorry. You settled Melissa Kenner's case for $25,000?
Oh, yeah. She was very pleased, hence the flowers.
How come you never told me about the settlement? I mean, that's a pretty good result.
Well, I don't know. I don't talk about all my cases, Eugene.
Where's the money?
Sorry?
Our contingency? There are no funds in the client's account, so when's the money coming in?
Soon. Very soon.
What's this?
The contingency on Melissa Kenner. I can't make deposits since I'm an associate, so I'm giving it to you as a partner.
I'm confused. We deduct contingencies and then we pay the client. Why is this check?
I forgot. The client got the whole thing. She cut a money order for us.
You forgot? You just gave the client the whole thing?
Look, we got the money. Can you just make the deposit? Hello? Melissa, we were just talking about you.
I brought a little surprise. Did you get my flowers?
I did. Thank you so much.
Well, I just thought... Mr. Torrance, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, I work here.
You work here? I don't understand.
Melissa?
You work for the airline?
The airline?
It's just in-house counsel for a big airline. It just wasn't my calling. And I was so overwhelmed by Jamie's dedication to you. It so warmed the cockles of my heart. I was inspired to shift career direction. Thank you, Melissa, for both the new life and the warm cockles.
I was trying to find my way back to Storrow Drive, and I pulled over to ask for directions, and suddenly he just jumped in.
Who jumped in?
Him. He told me he had a knife, and he told me to drive.
Did you see the knife?
No.
Okay. Then after he told you to drive, then what happened, Jessica?
He reached inside my purse, pulled out my wallet and my license. He saw the Beacon Hill address. He said he wanted some nice Beacon Hill things. And he said if we didn't go there, he'd kill me.
So you drove to your home?
Yes. He just wanted some stuff to sell, to get drugs. So I took him in. He looked around, and then he said first he wanted some recreation. And that was the word he used. Recreation. Then he grabbed me. I tried to scream, but
Take your time.
he pushed me to the floor. And pulled off my jeans. I was saying to myself, dear God, please, just let me pass out.
Did you pass out?
And then he was inside me. He was inside me.
Jessica, at any time, did you consent to having sex with the defendant?
No. God, no.
Thank you, Jessica.
Jessica, an allegation of rape. That's a very serious thing. When you accuse a man of rape, he could lose his freedom.
Does counsel have a question?
Did you willingly have sex with my client only to claim rape after your dad walked in?
No, he forced me.
I see. And have you ever claimed somebody raped you before after having...
Objection!
Sustained. Cut it out, counsel.
Isn't it true you invited my client back to your house?
No. It is not true. And I did not extend an invitation to be raped.
Nothing further. That went well.
Jimmy, it might be my imagination, but when you asked if she'd ever claimed rape before,
What?
well, it just seemed that the district attorney was ready for the question. He pounced to shut it down.
What are you saying?
You might have stumbled onto something.
I wasn't in on it. He just did it.
He pretended to be a representative of the airline?
Yes.
First, why didn't you stop him? And second, why didn't you tell me or Eugene?
I didn't know he was going to do it, Eleanor. And I didn't tell you to protect both him and you.
Jamie, you are a second-year associate. It is not your call whether to tell or not on something like this.
The guy went to bat for me. How?
I don't care. You report to a superior, either me or Eugene, no exceptions. Alan, could you come into my office, please?
Have I been bad?
Oh, God, Jimmy. Here it is.
What?
Page 32. Victim's father reports 2 previous unconfirmed claims of rape. Investigated...
Unsubstantiated. No arrests made. How could we have missed this?
It's practically a scribbled footnote. Look, it notes even the father doubted the validity of the prior claims.
She tells her father she was raped twice. The claims are dismissed. So she sets it up for him to walk in on her, so he'd have to believe her.
You got fired from your last firm for embezzling.
Allegedly.
You threatened extortion your first week here.
That was an accident.
Break privilege, for which you almost got disbarred.
Horseshoes.
Sleep with witnesses.
Just the one.
And now I find out you actually impersonated an opposing party so you could settle a case. That's not just fraud, that's probably criminal. Alan, look at me. You are seriously self-destructive.
Isn't everybody?
Look, I adore you. You know that. But this firm is my life. I have to tell Eugene.
May I ask why?
He's a fellow partner. I have a fiduciary responsibility to him. And you are exposing him to enormous liability, as you are Jimmy and me. Alan, you are an amazing lawyer. But I don't think it's gonna work out here.
Are you firing me?
I'm gonna talk to Eugene. But
But you don't think it's gonna work out here?
the difficult thing about firing him
Aside from him being your friend,
is that once again he fell on the sword for somebody else. This time for the firm as well as for Jamie. And he did save us from a malpractice judgment.
and possibly expose us to something much worse.
Eugene, Since I'm his friend, I'm gonna have to let you make the call here. In the spirit of objectivity, I just can't bring myself to do it.
Okay. Eleanor, in the spirit of objectivity, you're gonna have to deal with Jamie. She's complicit too.
All right, Mr. Berluti, you may begin your defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense recalls Jessica Palmer.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but if this involves a continuation of cross...
This is something new.
Well, I'd appreciate a proffer.
Counsel, step up. What is going on?
Evidence has come to light that Ms. Palmer has made claims of rape before, and
This is rape shield. You can't get into this.
I can't get into it.
None of us will get into it here. Chambers.
Her sexual past is off limits. Any questions relating to her...
This goes to her credibility, not her sexual past.
This woman alleged rape how many times?
2. Both times to her father, who was dubious himself.
You can't say this.
I can't say it? If she goes around claiming rape...
First of all, you can't prove these claims were false. And even if you could, it still falls within rape shield. False rape accusations by the victim are not admissible unless a 4-prong test is satisfied. 1 prong being the victim is the only prosecution witness, which here she isn't. We have an eyewitness to the rape.
Her father.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not looking to impugn the woman's sexual past. This is only being introduced to impeach...
I understand, but there's no impeachment exception. And even if there were, you have a slew of problems, counsel. First, Mr. Webb states the law correctly.
Your Honor...
And second, the victim's testimony has to be confused or inconsistent. Hers wasn't.
Let me question
and
her.
Third, you have to file all questions regarding her sexual past before trial. You didn't.
Because I didn't know.
And whose fault is that? It was in the file. Did you read it?
They buried it deep in the file, barely a footnote. They didn't want us to find it.
But it was there.
Your Honor, come on. This woman has perhaps falsely claimed rape before. How could it be possible that the jury doesn't get to hear this?
You can write your congressman if you don't like the law, counsel. And here, we simply follow it. Any and all evidence of prior rape accusations will not be introduced.
You can't even raise it?
No.
How could this possibly be?
There are specific laws.
Don't I have the right to confront my accuser?
Unfortunately, not in rape cases. Look, I know this is unfair. I don't know what to say.
So what happens next?
We put you up, you tell your story.
Derek, as entitled as you are to your anger, you can't let it overtake you in there. This is important. Anger is consistent with a rapist. You need to keep it together.
I'm not firing you. But if this were a big firm, or perhaps any firm other than this one, you would be fired. You do know that.
What's happening to Alan?
It's Eugene's decision, so he's likely gone.
Did you hear what I just said?
I did.
Well, do you have a response?
I'm sure I do. But I'm distracted at the moment. Could I get back to you?
I have given you an opportunity, perhaps your last opportunity to account for yourself. You need to tell me your thinking now.
Eugene, trust me, if I shared my thoughts with you, you'd regard them as disrespectful, rather than a product of my preoccupation, which I assure you is all it is.
Talk.
Okay. I went to bed with a lovely woman the other night. She had an extremely fetching body, which, believe it or not, I wasn't aware of prior to the lovemaking. The reason for that is she dresses to desexualize herself. And that led me to believe there's perhaps some dark backstory I'm not privy to. I do know she seems sad. And then it got me to thinking most of my relationships have been with sad women. And I was wondering why. What does that say about me? In the end, it always comes back to me. Comments?
She picked you up.
Yes. I was on my way home from work.
What do you do, sir?
I'm a foreman at a furniture warehouse. I was on my way home, walking down Tremont, and she pulled over to ask me for directions.
Jessica Palmer?
Yes. And then she started talking me up. Then she asked me if I wanted to climb in and go for a drive.
She invited you into her car?
I know. It struck me as strange, too. Plus, she seemed shy, so what she was saying wasn't exactly in keeping with her scared-like personality, but that's what happened.
Okay. So you got in?
Yes. And then she started talking about it was her 21st birthday and telling me how she had lived a sheltered life and how she hadn't lived, how she hadn't done wild things and stuff like that. And the next thing, she's inviting me back to her place.
Just like that?
Just like that. It's the truth.
And you said yes?
Attractive women don't pull over every day and invite me home.
So what happened after you got to her place?
We went inside. She was very forward, sexually. She said it was like some kind of fantasy of hers. She wanted to pick up some guy in her car and bring him home and make love to him. And I made some crack like, yeah, it's my fantasy too. I mean, she didn't even want to go in her bedroom. She wanted to make love right there on the floor. Be wild.
Mr. Mills, this sounds like a very aggressive woman.
I know. And she had that same shy demeanor she had in this witness chair. It didn't make sense, but that's what she said. She wanted to have sex, and we did. And in the middle, her father comes in and hits me with a shovel, and that's what happened. As God is my witness, that's what happened.
Problem is, we have another witness, and he saw you committing a rape.
We were making love, which she consented to.
This woman picks up a total stranger, drives him to her home in Beacon Hill, and asks him to make love to her.
Yes.
You wouldn't go into somebody's house uninvited, would you, Mr. Mills? Ever been convicted of a crime, sir?
10 years ago.
Breaking and entering.
That's not who I am today.
One assault?
I was a kid back then. I'm a 30-year-old man now. I've made a life for myself.
Why didn't you wear a condom?
I didn't have one. Neither did she.
Gee, that seems odd. This woman solicits a total stranger for sex, and she's not going to have a condom? That's a death wish, isn't it, Mr. Mills?
Yeah, well, maybe she's got a death wish. Maybe she has some disease where she needs to fake it.
Move to strike.
Mr. Mills.
Well, what can I say?
Mr. Mills, I'll direct you to answer the district attorney's question.
He asked me if she had a death wish. It goes to her disease.
Mr. Mills, I sincerely don't want to prejudice your case. Members of the jury, there is no evidence before you concerning the victim having a disease. You are to disregard such rants from the defendant.
Objection. He's not ranting, Your Honor.
Mr. Berluti, we can stop this proceeding right now and complicate everybody's lives. There are rules of evidence. We will all play by those rules. Mr. Webb?
I'm done, Your Honor.
Very wise decision.
Hey.
Hey.
Did you fire him?
Don't ask me why, but no.
Maybe you like him.
I do not like that man. It had nothing to do with that. You fired Jamie?
No. How you doing, Eugene?
Me? Fine.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I just came in for a drink. I didn't know you'd be here.
I'm here every night, and you know it.
You had the discretion to let that stuff in.
Get lost, or I'll hold you in contempt.
I'll risk contempt. That woman cries wolf with rape. She set the whole thing up for her father to walk in on.
Prove it in court, Jimmy.
My client is innocent. You know it. That's probably why you're in here getting drunk.
Wrong again. I get drunk every night.
I know you, Roberta. I know your heart. I know your sense of fairness. This is something you can fix.
Jimmy, you are a lawyer appearing before me in a trial. This is ex parte. After this case is over, if you want to sit next to me, fine. We can share a drink. Who knows? I might even wet your whistle after. But for now, get your ass off that stool.
You're a vulgar, desperate woman.
All the more reason to remain a good judge then. Now beat it.
You heard the victim. You heard from an eyewitness who saw the rape in progress. The defendant says it was consensual. Consensual sex does not look like rape, ladies and gentlemen. And consider the logic of what the defendant is asking you to believe. That Jessica Palmer picked up a strange man, a felon, in a terrible section of town, brought him back to her place to have unprotected sex, all the while knowing her father would either be there or be there shortly. That really sounds credible, doesn't it? And what would be her motive for making this up? Because rape trials are fun?
The eyewitness was her father, who basically admitted he went into shock as soon as he entered the room. Can we completely trust his version of what he thinks he saw? No. This case comes down to Jessica Palmer's word against Derek Mills. Might you be more inclined to believe her? Sure. Okay. But can we know she's telling the truth beyond all reasonable doubt? And you want to talk about logic? My client's prints were all over the car, all over the house. He's got a record. His prints are on file with the police. He's gonna rape somebody and leave that kind of evidence behind? He's gonna leave his semen there for easy DNA identification. Does that make sense to you? Something's going on here, folks. The DA asks, what would be her motive to lie? We can't know. We have rape shield laws that prohibit us from getting into her story. But let me ask you this. Does it feel like you've got the whole story? Does it?
Are you not going to work today?
I am. I just thought I might hover a bit this morning.
What are you thinking?
Why does everybody so readily ask that question today? It's as common as, how's the weather? It's cheating. People should be required to figure it out. Has a man ever asked you to disrobe? I don't mean go to bed. I mean, simply asked you to disrobe from across the room so he might look at you?
No?
Would you like to be asked that?
I don't know. Like I said, I've never been asked.
Would you like to be asked?
Yes.
Interesting. If you think I'm asking only because you want me to, I assure you I'm being genuine. Would you take off your robe?
How long have they been out?
Almost 5 hours, which I guess it's good. Means they at least got to be asking questions.
Yeah. Can I talk to you for a second? It was in the file that she had claimed rape before? So if you had filed your questions with the court as required, you probably would have been able to cross-examine the victim on it.
You don't need to tell me. Okay.
You and I both know the idea that every defendant is entitled to an adequate defense is a lie. Defense lawyers many times barely bother to meet the client or read the file. Some even doze during trials. Lawyers phone it in all the time. For it to happen here, for a lawyer in this firm to be as blatantly unprepared, court-appointed or not.
If we lose, I'll prepare the inadequate defense appeal myself.
Yeah. Okay. Your jury's back.
Will the defendant please rise? Members of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus Derek Mills on the charge of forcible rape. We find the defendant, Derek Mills, guilty.
This concludes your service. The court thanks you. Security will take the defendant into custody. We are adjourned.
Derek. Derek, look at me. I will get you out. Whatever I have to do, I will get you out.
Where's Jimmy now?
He went home. He's pretty devastated.
Call him. He needs to get to work on the appeal.
Eugene, I should have caught this too.
Yes, you should have. But you're a third-year law student. He's not.
You're not going to ask me for my thoughts, are you? Eugene. Eleanor said something about me being self-destructive. It was probably just conversation filler. I really don't know. But I assure you, if I am unwittingly or unconsciously trying to take anybody down, it isn't you or this law firm.
You're on my stool.
I'm sorry. Your ruling was correct. And this was my doing. I just came to say that. Now that the case is over, I was wondering if your offer is still good. I mean, to have a drink together.
The case isn't over. They're still sentencing. But I suppose there's nothing wrong in drinking separately on adjacent stools. Enjoying the illusion of company, I guess.
I could use it.
So could I.
You stinker!
Previously on The Practice.
You got fired from your last firm for embezzling.
Allegedly.
You threatened extortion your first week here.
That was an accident.
Break privilege, for which you almost got disbarred.
Horseshoes.
Sleep with witnesses.
Just the one.
You are seriously self-destructive.
Isn't everybody?
The difficult thing about firing him
Aside from him being your friend,
is that once again he fell on the sword for somebody else. And he did save us from a malpractice judgment.
and possibly expose us to something much worse.
Eleanor said something about me being self-destructive, but I assure you, if I am unwittingly or unconsciously trying to take anybody down, it isn't you or this law firm.
Nothing?
They just pulled the offer. Completely.
On the eve of trial?
Karen, it seems I've been duped. The defendant's lawyer is known to be underhanded. I now think he led me to believe they'd settle only to string me along. We are very ready, Karen. This lawyer, it's a setback, no doubt. But tomorrow, we are ready to proceed with this trial.
I need a lawyer.
Hold on a second.
Wait, I need Bobby.
Sir,
Where's Bobby?
What's going on?
I
It
need a
seems
lawyer.
that he needs Bobby. I could
No,
be mistaken.
no,
Sir?
no.
Sir, come here.
No.
Eleanor, can you take Karen into your office, please?
There's not much time. There's not much time.
All right.
Take it. Take it.
That's very kind, but I already have a knife.
Please, don't be here any second. I need you now. Please, freeze!
Get down now!
You get down. What the hell is this?
Where is he?
What is going on here?
Did anybody just come in here?
6 people, in fact, dressed in blue.
We're looking for a man, mid-30s, jeans, blue jacket. He entered this building.
Is he a criminal?
He's a homicide suspect.
Homicide? My God, do you know what you've done? We represent murderers here. It's quite possible the man you speak of came into this building to hire us. With the 6 of you, guns out, that will never come in. You may very well have cost us business, officer. Bad policeman. Very bad.
You've got to help me.
Mr. Grayson, I already have. It's a miracle the police didn't insist on searching the place, in which case...
I was hiding under the table.
I appreciate that, but trainees at the academy are now advised to look under tables. It's been a giant leap for law enforcement.
Look, I'm just asking for you to hold the knife.
And as I've explained, I'm not permitted to do that. This would be considered evidence.
Please. It's evil. It makes me do things.
Mr. Grayson, if we were to assume possession of this weapon, and you were to be charged with a crime, we would have an obligation, a legal obligation, to turn it over to the police.
Look, I'm telling you. It's evil. It makes me do things.
You know what? Why don't you let me turn the evil knife over to the police so that they might incarcerate it?
No, they'll trace it to me. I'm not going to jail. I want it in a place where the police can't get it. Where I can't get it.
Would you excuse me for a minute?
Are you going to call the police?
No. I just want to discuss this matter with my colleagues. I'll be right back.
Did he kill somebody?
No, there's blood on it. I don't think he used it to puncture a tire.
Why doesn't he just throw it in a dumpster?
That might make sense, Eleanor, but I can't counsel him to do that. Unless you'd like me to.
No. We can't advise the destruction of evidence.
Well, we can't keep it, Eugene.
If he leaves with it, he might kill again. It's evil.
Excuse me. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna look for another lawyer.
Well, seems we dodged a bullet.
Yes. Seems so.
What are you doing?
Getting back to work. We have a trial in the morning.
You'll testify first, and then we'll be calling our doctors.
Okay.
Just speak from your heart, Karen. Emotion is the strongest part of our case.
We don't really have a case, do we, Eleanor?
Counselor.
Excuse me, please.
I apologize for my client pulling the offer last minute like that. We really didn't see it coming.
Right. 300,000, no admission of liability, sealed, we're done. We can get a drink, patch up our differences.
I can't go 300. But how about 0? Does 0 work for you?
He's been arrested.
Who?
Ted Grayson, Mr. Knife Man. Victim was a CPA stabbed in an alley. Witnesses evidently saw Teddy and reported his license plate.
So they've got him in custody?
Yes. And he called asking for you. Seems that he didn't find other representation.
Did they recover the knife?
No. No sign of the knife.
Okay, you might have to cover the arraignment. I'm in trial here.
But I'm not licensed.
It's just an arraignment. Also, find out anything and everything you can about Mr. Grayson.
Alan.
I'm coming. I'll see you at the arraignment.
My husband was very depressed about his job. He hated the insurance business to begin with, and when his performance declined, he just went into a tailspin.
Did he get treatment?
Yes, he saw a doctor who prescribed Laretol, an antidepressant.
Did that help?
No. Almost immediately after taking it, he became more agitated, volatile. About a week after he was on it, he struck me.
He struck you?
Yes. Which was so not him. Paul was... He never showed any signs of being hostile. Certainly not violent.
What happened then?
He started getting into altercations at work and was subsequently fired. That's when he said he wanted to kill his boss.
Did you think about calling the police?
No. Because as I said, I couldn't even fathom that he would... Later that night, he turned the gun on himself.
And you blamed the drug Laretol?
It transformed him from a kind, docile man into a volatile, violent person immediately after he started taking it. I know it was the drug.
Your husband was very depressed over work?
Yes.
Depressed before taking the Laretol?
Yes, but he...
Thank you. Did he ever hurt anybody after taking the drug Laretol?
He struck me once.
He struck you? With his fist? Open hand?
Open hand?
Were you injured?
Physically, no, but my children...
Thank you. Did he tell you that he purchased a gun to shoot his employer?
No. He said he bought it for personal protection, but
Which you had encouraged. Am I right? There had been a rash of break-ins in your neighborhood?
Yes. But he was talking about committing murder. That isn't personal protection.
Just so that we're clear. He bought the gun for personal protection. Then he became very depressed, and he turned the gun on himself.
He turned the gun on himself after consuming your client's product.
Your husband's life insurance doesn't cover suicide, does it, Ms. Evanson? With inexplicable tragedies, people often find the need to assess blame. Sometimes they have the need to find money.
Objection.
Withdrawn. Tell me, Ms. Evanson, why didn't you just sue the doctor who prescribed the medication? Pockets not deep enough?
Objection.
Sustained.
Nothing further.
I didn't do it. I promise you.
Can you tell me why you were spotted in the area?
I was there, but it wasn't me.
Who was it then?
It was the knife.
The knife?
I don't deny that it was in my hand, but I swear, all I meant to do was to threaten him, to get money. This knife is evil. It's done this before.
The knife has killed before.
It's tried, yeah. Which is the reason I can't have it in my hand. You know where it is, don't you?
If I were to know where it is, Mr. Grayson, I would be duty-bound to tell. Let's not have me know. Are we clear? Listen, you talk to nobody other than my assistant, Tara Wilson, and me. This is important.
Okay.
2 robberies and 1 prior assault. On each occasion, he claims to have heard voices. He's been fired from every job he's ever had.
What's his diagnosis?
He's never been treated.
I beg your pardon?
For his prior crimes, they just threw him into prison. I talked to his mother. She says that he's been crazy since he was 3. Apparently she couldn't afford a doctor. But that's a little unclear because she seems fairly unstable herself.
Are you telling me this man has never been treated? Ever?
I don't prescribe Laretol anymore.
But you did with Paul Evanson.
Yes, but after his suicide, I began to dig around and uncovered anecdotal evidence of patients becoming violent.
Doctor, after Paul Evanson started taking the drug, what did you observe?
He definitely became more agitated, erratic. I didn't suspect the drug until it was too late.
In your patient notes, you never described Mr. Evanson as becoming more violent.
I believe I noted the agitation as well.
Did you ever observe any acts of violence?
No.
As a matter of fact, you attributed his increased agitation to his depression, his despondency over his job. Did you not, Doctor?
I changed my position on that after uncovering the anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal evidence. How many instances did you uncover where Laretol caused the patient to become more violent?
33.
33. And in those 33 cases, how many stated to a medical conclusion that Laretol was the cause of the violence?
None were medical conclusions because...
Thank you, Doc.
Wait, I would like to finish.
Go ahead.
In all of those cases, there were other variables which prevented a conclusive finding. But Laretol was the common denominator. And in each case, it was cited as the likely cause.
How many times, in your best estimate, has Laretol been prescribed?
Thousands.
Perhaps hundreds of thousands?
Yes.
And with these hundreds of thousands of usages, you were able to find 33, none of which conclusively found a nexus between Laretol and violence. Is that correct, Doctor?
Correct.
How many studies are you aware of, Doctor, that conclude the drug is unsafe?
None, but...
How many studies are you aware of that conclude the drug is safe?
Many. Most funded by the manufacturer, your client.
Do you have evidence to suggest that these studies were not conducted fairly?
No.
The problem is we have no scientific evidence. Even if we could prove the drug was unsafe, proving it's unreasonably unsafe, given the good it's done many people.
What about the negligence theory?
The problem there is there's nothing to show they could foresee any danger. We barely survived summary judgment.
What are you asking me to do here? It's not like I have an offer to accept. What am I supposed to do?
Nothing. I guess we're just bracing you.
You said you'd get something.
I thought we would.
I have no money. It's like you said, the insurance doesn't cover suicide. I have 3 children to raise. I have 3 kids.
We waive reading, Your Honor, and request a probable cause hearing. We'd also ask for a reasonable bail.
Excuse me, Miss Wilson, but I'm informed you're not a member of the bar.
I'm only here to enter a plea and to file Alan Shaw's appearance.
No need, Your Honor. I'm here. What'd I miss?
Mr. Shaw, this is a homicide case. You have better things to do?
Actually, I was searching for the real killer, Your Honor, with OJ.
Probable cause hearing is scheduled for tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Your Honor, before we adjourn, we have a subpoena for Mr. Shore. Mr. Grayson was pursued by the police into Mr. Shore's building Tuesday night. Mr. Shore denied to the police that the suspect entered his office. Today, by the most stunning of coincidences, we find Mr. Shore representing the defendant.
Your Honor, I have no obligation to tell the police anything about a client, so...
We believe Mr. Shore may have information as to the whereabouts of the murder weapon. Mr. Grayson was overheard talking in jail about an evil knife that was in his lawyer's office.
Overheard? Where was that? Standing around the water cooler?
Chambers.
What do we say about talking dead?
Do you have the murder weapon, counsel?
We don't admit there was a murder, Your Honor. And if there was, we don't admit that it was accomplished with a knife. And if it was, we don't admit the knife exists. And if it does, we don't admit that we have it.
You don't have the right to conceal evidence.
I have the duty not to incriminate my client.
We're asking for evidence, not testimony.
The case law says a defendant cannot be forced by subpoena to turn over a weapon.
But we can force the lawyer. Do you have the knife, Mr. Shaw?
Frisk me.
Is the knife in your office?
I don't know.
You don't know?
If there is a knife, Your Honor, and I'm not saying there is, I have no actual or constructive knowledge as to its whereabouts.
Do you have it?
I do not.
Where is it?
It may be in the conference room. So I would encourage us all not to go in there, because if we have actual knowledge that it's in our possession, we of course would have a duty to turn it over.
So what? You're going wink wink and pretending you don't know?
I don't know, Jimmy. Not for a fact.
And you're purposely not looking for it.
Exactly. Ignorance is not only bliss, it happens to be constitutional.
Oh.
Mike, hello. Thanks for coming. Would you excuse me, please? Right this way, Mike.
I do not approve of this person.
Could you do me a favor and call me Michael in front of other people? I'm trying to come off, more respectful.
Respectable, certainly.
Well, what can I do for you?
I'd like to avail myself of your silent deploy program.
Is this for something illegal?
Michael, how could you ask me such a thing?
Yeah. You got the email address?
I have several.
I mean, how illegal is it? What we're planning to do here?
Michael, you know me. Just stall them for as long as you can.
Stole them. But he didn't like that you were late the last time.
I'll be there.
What's going on?
Eleanor, I have marvelous news.
They're suddenly offering to settle?
Not yet, but they will. Mr. Colby is in your office as we speak. Off you go, Tara. I'll be there shortly.
He's in my office?
I think you'll be very pleased. Let's go.
If this is a waste of my time.
I assure you it isn't. I'm doing you a favor, Mr. Colby. You'll perhaps want to buy me that drink after all.
I'm not a morning person.
Yes. I was going through the voluminous Discovery late last night, and I found this included among the multitude of various medical studies. It's quite helpful, though not to you.
What is this?
It's a letter, addressed to you, in fact, from your client concerning Laretol, acknowledging a small percentage of violent ideations and suicidal tendencies. Tick, tick, boom.
How did you get this?
I just told you.
This is from General Counsel to me. It's work product. We never turn this over.
You must have. I have it.
I asked you a question before. How did you get this?
Your client acknowledged a violent, possibly suicidal nexus between the drug.
This is privileged.
Gee, if you're right, it would be malpractice then. For you to give it to me? Ouch. And your reputation has been so spotless to now. $2 million, Robert. You don't want the jury to hear that your people knew about the inherent dangers. Think of the punitives, Robert.
This is inadmissible. I'm bringing a motion in limine to quash it. And I will not be blackmailed.
Strategic mistake.
Alan, where'd you get that document?
I'm late for a probable cause hearing on Mr. Knife. I'd love it if you could start to prepare our response to Mr. Colby's motion. Could you help me on that?
I saw him running.
The defendant.
Yes, he jumped into his car and he just sped off.
Are you absolutely sure that this is the man you saw running?
Yes,
Did you see him run out of the alley or simply on the street?
just on the street.
And when the police pulled up seconds later, you said, that's him in that car.
Yes, and they took off after him.
And when you said that's him, why did you think the police wanted him?
Well, because he was running away. So when the police screeched up, I put two and two together.
Ah, 2 and 2.
We entered his apartment. He immediately tried to flee. He shouted, "It wasn't me."
It wasn't me.
We apprehended him. We noticed a bruise on his face. We also found $700 in cash on his kitchen table.
A bruise and money, is that all?
That and a prior record for armed robberies.
I see. Did that factor into your making the arrest, his prior record?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I ask that you dismiss the charges with prejudice and an apology.
You can step down, officer. Do you have anything else?
Your Honor, the suspect's prior record can factor into reasonable suspicion.
Perhaps to search him.
He was spotted running from the scene. He then ran from the police.
The prosecution has no case. Running down a street is not evidence of a murder. You don't even have enough to call him a person of interest. I could be wrong on that.
All right, look. There are several issues in play here. I'm going to take this under advisement. We'll reconvene at 3 o'clock.
What does that mean?
It means he's going to think about it. In the meantime, you do not speak to anybody.
Okay, it's just that sometimes it helps for me to talk.
You cannot do that. Ted, if I succeed in keeping you out of prison, I need you to promise me you'll go to a hospital.
A mental hospital?
We need to make you safe from the voices. From the knife.
I don't know how he got it, but clearly it's privileged. It's not discoverable. And for it to be admitted...
You disclosed it?
He's saying we did. It's my suspicion, however.
How did you get the letter, Mr. Shore?
Discovery.
Your Honor, even if you were to find this correspondence to be work product, the opinion has to be based on some study. Why wasn't that study turned over to us?
I don't know.
You don't know. Did you ask General Counsel?
No.
Because what you don't know helps you.
This is a letter written from lawyer to lawyer, black and white, work product.
I am more troubled by your client concealing evidence. I don't know what you do and don't have, Mr. Colby, but the letter is admitted.
Now might be a good time to chat.
What's going on?
Opposing counsel is meeting with the defendant. We're expecting an offer at 2 o'clock.
Really? That's fantastic.
Yes, it is. Alan, can I talk to you for a second?
Well, not in that room. It might contain evil.
My office. Where did you get that document?
You don't want to know.
Damn it, Alan. I've had enough of not knowing. You and I are friends, in addition to being colleagues, so I am asking you to be straight with me. Where did you get it?
There's a software program called Silent Deploy. Basically, you can target somebody else's computer. All you need is their email address. I went into Mr. Colby's computer last night and hit pay dirt.
You broke into somebody's computer and you stole their private correspondence?
I feel ashamed. But compared to concealing evidence that a drug is potentially lethal...
Alan, I don't even know what to do with you.
Eleanor, you are my friend. I want you to be a friend to Karen Evanson here. If you insist on exalting your ethical duties as a member of the bar, I need you to excuse yourself from this case.
Why?
Because swiping this document is just the beginning.
What are you gonna do now?
I can't urge you enough not to be present for this.
Oh, I will be very present.
In that case, I need you to make me a promise.
What?
Don't speak.
If I have something to say, Alan...
You'll have nothing helpful to say in that room.
I'm sorry, can I...
I know where the room is, thank you. Who are these people?
Members of my firm.
Excuse them.
They're part of my legal team.
Excuse them.
It's all right, you can go. Thank you.
I presume you have a number?
1-3, sealed, no admission.
Very nice. But for a billion-dollar pharmaceutical company?
That's as high as they'll go, 1-3.
That isn't true, Mr. Colby, and we both know it. If that document becomes public, it could generate a plethora of new lawsuits. I typically loathe the word plethora, but when it can be used aggressively...
Look.
I'm speaking now, sir. A plaintiff victory would be devastating for you. And a settlement, sealed or otherwise, would be perceived as a victory. That's your worst nightmare. What you're desperate for here is a favorable verdict. That sends the most chilling message of all to future plaintiffs, does it not? I will sell you this document for $8 million.
I beg your pardon.
It becomes yours again. I won't introduce it. No doubt you'll get your verdict. And even more importantly, nobody gets foul wind of a very damaging admission.
Am I to understand you're offering to lose this case for $8 million?
You're going to accept my offer, Mr. Colby, not because you're dishonest or ethically challenged like me, but because you're human. Because you know this document, should it become public, would easily cost Best Pharmaceuticals in the tens of millions, because you know once your client, your biggest client, learns you inadvertently disclose this to me, they will leave you. The career flashing before your eyes is your own, Mr. Colby. $8 million. I'll rest my case now. We all go home winners. And because you are an ethical man, you'll convince your client to hereafter warn doctors and consumers that studies show violent ideations as a rare but possible side effect. How about that, Mr. Colby? You get to keep your client and possibly save a life or two, all for the one-time offer of $8 million. I'd want the check today.
Where is he?
He'll be here any second, Your Honor. He's currently in trial on another matter.
Miss Wilson, I said 3 o'clock. Step up here, Mr. Shore. I'm going to ask you now as an officer of the court, and you will answer me, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury. Do you have possession of the knife?
I do not.
Do you know where it is?
I do not.
Is it possibly in your office?
Possibly.
Did you look for it?
I did not.
Sit. If a lawyer knows he's been handed a murder weapon, he's got to give it to the police. That's the law. But he doesn't have to go looking for it. I cannot order Mr. Shore to provide privileged information leading to the knife's discovery. Without the weapon, the Commonwealth has offered nothing. The defendant was seen running in the area, period. The murder charges are dismissed without prejudice. The reckless endangerment, as well as evading the police, those charges stand. I'll grant Mr. Grayson bail on that. I do, however, hereby issue a bench warrant to search Mr. Shore's law office immediately. If you find the knife, we can start this whole process again. Until then, case dismissed. We're adjourned.
Okay, then. Ted, we made a deal. You get help.
They're gonna find the knife. I wedged it under that conference table to find it.
You hid the knife under the conference table?
Yeah.
Alan. The judge has just called us back in. Have we heard from Colby?
Give me a second.
They'll find
All we can do is hope they don't, Ted. In the meantime, Tara's going to take you to a hospital. I've arranged for you to be admitted.
The police will come and get me.
If we get you committed, perhaps they won't. Tara, there's a car in front with security.
Let's get you processed out of here.
I'll visit you tomorrow. Let's go.
Glad you can make it, counsel. I took the liberty of bringing the jury in without you. You may proceed.
I'm not doing this. You're on your own.
The plaintiff rests, Your Honor.
What do you mean you rest?
We presented our case in full, we rest.
What's going on?
Your Honor, I feel conflicted about introducing that document. Clearly, the disclosure was inadvertent as well as privileged. If the shoe were on the other foot, if this were ever done to me by another lawyer...
You have evidence that could further your client's case, likely win it. You have an obligation to use that evidence, Mr. Shore.
I'm afraid it'll make me look unscrupulous and the jury will punish us.
What's going on here? Ms. Brutt?
I disagree with Mr. Shore. But it's his client and ultimately his call.
Without that document, this doesn't even get to a jury, counsel. I will direct a verdict for the defendant.
Well, I certainly hope you don't do that.
Oh, I will do that. You haven't even made a prima facie showing. You've introduced no scientific evidence. How in God's name could you even think of resting?
Your Honor, we hope for a settlement. They didn't blink. I tip my hat, but using this document, as an officer of the court, I can't bring myself to take advantage of it.
If you don't introduce it, I will direct a verdict against you, and I will recommend that your client pursue a claim for malpractice.
The plaintiff rests, Your Honor.
I don't believe this.
Slip that into your purse, Karen. This whole thing is sealed. We don't want anybody to find out, especially the judge.
The case is over?
They wouldn't be paying us $8 million to continue.
I don't know how to thank you.
Just go take care of your kids.
Alan, can I hug you?
No, I don't hug clients. I grope them on occasion, but I never hug them.
This is that man, Eugene. Ever since he's been here. Look at this.
Jimmy, could you perhaps lay off the guy?
No, I'm sick of this.
A party? Where's the punch?
Alan, can you come into my office, please?
Let's all go.
What, are they gonna beat me up?
Come on.
For the last 2 hours, our office has been turned upside down while the police look for a murder weapon. Myself, Jamie, and Jimmy, well, we've been unable to do our work because, once again, you have caused this place to be disrupted. Last week, I was at the point of firing you. So tell me, Alan, if you were in my position, running this firm, how would you deal with an employee like yourself?
That's a tough one. On the one hand, if someone's a liability, I say get rid of them. On the other hand, here's a check made out to the firm for $2 million, contingency on the case we just settled.
We're done. We'll be out of here in 5 minutes.
Did you find anything?
No.
But I don't get to leave when I want.
No. If you're committed, you can't leave until they say you're better.
What if I never get better?
Could you excuse us for a second?
I'll be at the door.
Thank you. Okay. 2 things. First, we'll make a list of all the doctors that you can speak to about the evil knife, and so forth. Outside of privilege, you can't talk to anyone about these things. Only the doctors.
How do you explain that?
Second, you will get better, Ted. You will.
He's been mentally ill his entire life, Eleanor. He's in his 30s, for God's sakes. This is the first time he's seen the inside of a hospital.
Well, he won't be seeing it for long, Alan, if the police find that knife. Can we talk about the other case now?
No.
Alan, I know you. Are you trying to get disbarred? As self-destructive as...
All right. On that note.
Alan.
Hey. Jimmy, hello. Can I buy you a beer? You're right. Baby steps. My mistake. Half a beer. Good night, my friend.
Good night.
I don't get it, Eleanor. I see nothing redeeming about that man.
You have to know him, Jimmy. You have to know him.
You stink!
Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you. Are you a lawyer?
I am.
My name is Anna Viorka, and I need a lawyer.
I see. Do you have any money?
Some $12.
I see. You know, $12 barely covers the time it would take me to say I can't help you. And since I've already said it, give me the 12 bucks.
I'm from Romania.
That's a nice country. Beautiful castles.
I don't want to go back. Can you please help me?
Anna, what are you doing?
I'm not going back, Dad.
What do you mean you're not?
I'm not going. Can you please help me?
Anna,
What's going on here?
If I go back to Romania, they'll force me to get married.
Anna, let's go.
1 second, sir. What do you mean they're gonna force you to get married?
They will, like they did with my sister.
This is a family matter. Let go of me.
Mr. Viorka, your daughter is represented by counsel.
Sir, I'm sure you don't mean to make trouble.
Oh, but I do. You're a foreigner. Take your hand off the girl, or I'll get you declared a person of interest, which means you'll be locked up forever without so much as a trial. Don't think I kid you. This is the United States of America.
I'm about to call for the police.
Excuse me, I hate to interrupt, but this one's urgent, Your Honor. Alan Shore representing... Is it Anya?
Anna Viorka.
Anna Viorka, petition for political asylum. Res ipsa doozy.
Where's the girl now?
Custody of the INS. Maybe hearing scheduled for 2 o'clock.
Why were you even there?
I was filing an appeal in a household matter and stumbled across the girl and her father. Jamie, could you do some political asylum research for me? I need it quickly. And also dig up whatever you can on the Roma faith.
Roma?
R-O-M-A, yes. Jimmy, looking well?
Meaning what? He's always meaning something with his little comments. Enough with the comments.
Oh, you have a walk-in. Lawrence Gilbert. He's in your office. He seems in need.
9 months ago, my wife was murdered.
I'm sorry.
She had been stalked, and the police were unable to deter him. And eventually, she was stabbed in our home. I've just come from the district attorney's office. The trial is set to begin tomorrow, and I've just been informed by the district attorney that she intends to offer 15 years. I'm here wondering whether, as the husband of the victim, I have any rights to enjoin this.
Actually, you don't. Clearly, if you were to pursue the defendant civilly, you'd have rights, but in a criminal proceeding...
What about it? Could we get it removed to a federal court? I know the federal government sometimes claims jurisdiction for murder cases so they can impose the death penalty, which this man deserves.
Again, you would have no standing to try to influence a criminal prosecution.
Do you think you could speak to this district attorney? This is what he did to her. You can't do that to somebody and only get 15 years. Could you talk to this DA?
Sure.
Thank you.
So, let's talk about your sister. How old is she?
She was 13 when she got married. Now she is 16.
After she was married, did she and her new husband,
Yes. My father waved the sheets with blood on them. That's tradition, to show that the marriage was consummated.
Consummated is a big word for a 12-year-old to use.
There's some words I look up. That's one of them.
Why is your English so good? You have no accent.
We lived with relatives in the United States for 6 years. My mother was a visiting professor at Amherst. And then we moved back 2 years ago, and we've been on vacation here for the last 2 weeks.
Where does your mother stand in all this?
With my father.
You think I want to give him murder too? Look at my office. I'm obsessed with getting this guy. I'm just facing the possibility that I won't. Walk with me.
Why wouldn't you get him?
It's all circumstantial. No witnesses or forensics putting him in that house. Worst case scenario is he walks. I don't think Mr. Gilbert wants that to happen.
Well, this guy got any priors?
A ton. But if he doesn't testify, they don't come in, Eugene. Look, I am not saying that we're not going to get him. I'm just saying it's a risk. I've explained this to your client. He's just too emotional to hear it. And by the way, the defendant turned down the 15. What does that tell you?
I notified the Attorney General's office. They don't oppose.
Well, I do.
Your Honor, all I'm asking is that the girl be questioned in chambers instead of a big, intimidating theater. Come on.
The courtroom is where we conduct all our legal business, openly, notoriously, in keeping with the Constitution and the intent of our founding fathers. I do all my business openly and notoriously, counsel. All of it.
How about sex, Your Honor?
You've brought before me a motion for political asylum, counsel. That is a very serious piece of legal business. It will be tried and adjudicated in the courtroom.
It's not that she won't get him. She very well may.
On murder 1?
Well, that could be tough. More likely murder 2 or...
31 times he stabbed her. What could be more heinous than that?
With that many wounds... Clearly, he kept stabbing her after she was dead. Now, that suggests a rage or mental state that goes more to murder 2.
So he could get parole? This man deserves to get a bullet right between his eyes.
Look, she's trying for murder 1. She is a good DA.
You mentioned going after him civilly. I'd like to do that.
Mr. Gilbert...
I'd like to do that. He comes from money. I know he has a house.
Mr. Gilbert, people sometimes get consumed by hatred. Don't let this man make you more of a victim than you already are.
I think it would empower me to sue him civilly. Would you represent me?
Let me monitor the criminal trial for a day or 2, and I'll let you know. Assuming you are going to sue this man civilly, let me give you some advice. It's illegal to use a criminal case for the purpose of advancing a civil one. Now, I know you're not doing that, but... Miss Alexander tells me you've been to the U.S. Attorney's office, pressuring them.
In federal courts, they have the death penalty. That's what he deserves. Death.
Well, if you hope to have a civil claim at all, you need to lay off the prosecutors.
A Chinese girl was granted asylum 3 years ago.
Forced marriage?
That's the good news, but it's not precedent. And Ashcroft has since recalled for further review all cases involving gender as a basis for asylum, including forced marriages.
Great. Jimmy. Continuing to look well.
As are you, Alan?
I'm afraid it's against the law for you specifically to stand there. Fire code, no egress.
Another fat comment, Al?
All right, Jimmy, I must warn you, in addition to my knowing jujitsu, I'm also a direct descendant of Johnny Quest. See how the lips move? While very few words come out?
Keep it up, Shore. Keep it up.
Hey!
The next-door neighbor had noticed a car parked several nights on their street with a man sitting inside, looking at a laptop computer.
Did she get a look at the driver?
No, but she took down the plate number, then called us after the murder. The car was registered to Jake Spooner, the defendant. We secured a search warrant for Mr. Spooner's home in Cambridge and executed it.
And what did you find, Detective?
On the defendant's computer, we found hours of video footage of the Gilberts' nursery.
Did you determine the source?
Yes. The Gilberts had a camera in the room. They used it as a baby monitor. It was over their daughter's crib.
Okay, but how did these images end up on the defendant's computer?
He's the one who installed the camera as well as the other electronics in the victim's house. And he also set up a system to intercept their videos.
And Detective, can you tell us what these videos on the defendant's computer showed?
On one file, it was mostly the baby sleeping. Sometimes Tracy Gilbert came in the room and played with her baby, and twice she breastfed her child. Mr. Gilbert was on it too, feeding her a bottle. But there was another file where he had edited together scenes and digitally manipulated them, giving them some special effects that he added.
So basically, he made a movie.
A graphic, disturbing movie.
Detective, Tracy Gilbert had been stabbed 30 times?
Over 30.
Would it be fair to say whoever killed her would likely be soaked in her blood?
Yes.
And yet you found none of Mrs. Gilbert's blood on any of my client's clothes, did you?
No.
What about his house?
Not blood. But his prints were all over the victim's house.
But he'd been in the house fixing some equipment a week before, right?
That's correct.
Thank you. No further questions, Detective.
Miss Alexander,
Nothing, Your Honor.
we'll recess, resume with our next witness after lunch.
I don't even like him,
Like who, Anna?
the boy that I'm supposed to marry. I don't think he's nice. I don't think he's cute. I don't think he's anything.
Now, Anna, in Romania, the legal age for marriage is 18, am I right?
Yes, but we are Roma. That's our religious faith. Tradition is that they arrange child weddings all the time. My sister got married at 13. And she had to have sex. I don't want to have sex.
You say these arranged marriages happen a lot?
Yes,
Some of your friends get married in this way?
yes,
Are they okay with it?
maybe they are, but I'm not.
Are you afraid of this boy?
No, I just don't want to marry him. Or anybody else.
Now let's talk about your mom and dad. Do you love them?
I do. But that doesn't mean that I have to follow all their ancient rules, especially the ones that are barbaric.
Barbaric? Did your lawyer tell you to use that word?
Objection. I told her to use reprehensible, repugnant, and criminal. She came up with barbaric all on her own.
Continue.
What do you think of America, Anna?
I love it.
Tell me, excluding this marriage business, if you could choose which country you'd rather live in, what would it be?
America?
I see. Is it possible this might be more about your wanting to stay here than it is your fearing going back there?
It's about me not wanting to get married. It's about me not wanting to have to be raped by some 15-year-old boy I don't even like.
A client?
Former client. I represented him 10, 12 years ago. I mean, his name didn't ring a bell, but when I saw his face...
When you represented him, what was he charged with?
Murder.
You got him up.
Look, Mr. Gilbert, I was doing my job. It's not like I liked the guy. Listen, obviously, I would have a conflict representing you against him. But let me do this. I'll monitor the trial a little bit more. I'll assess your case. That much I can do.
If she's this opposed, I won't make her go through with it.
Well, according to Anna, her sister was opposed. She was crying and screaming when they brought her into the church. She had to go through with it.
The ceremony was halted and continued only after she agreed.
Under duress?
Mr. Shore, my daughter is afraid she'll miss her friends here. That's what this is about. I'm sure there are many kids coming out of Disneyland seeking asylum too.
You are
but
forcing your 12-year-old daughter to be married, sir. Please don't equate
there are
that with-
Mormon families who do that in this country.
The Mormon Church does not sanction
But
marriage.
it happens. It goes on, and the police don't always enforce the law against it, do they, Mr. Shore?
How about we strike a deal, then? You leave your daughter here, we'll raise her in Utah.
Objection. Our marital success rate far surpasses the divorce numbers in this country.
Just goes to show you what a little servitude will get you, right, Mr. Bjork?
Mr. Shore.
What happens now?
Well, tomorrow morning we hear from your mother. Tell me about her.
She's very nice, smart, a professor. If you had trouble with my dad, you'll be no match for her.
You don't think I'm any match for you, do you?
How are we doing?
Political asylum is tough, Anna. Though the whole world apparently hates us right now, we still seem to be the destination of choice.
Do you think you could take me away from here? Just for an hour or two. It's so depressing here.
I'll tell you what. I'll try to persuade the judge to let me take you out for breakfast.
May I ask, do you have children?
I'm sure I must.
I know you're gonna win. When I was looking around the courtroom yesterday, deciding what lawyer to run up to, I saw your face, and I knew you would be the one to save me.
The victim was stabbed 31 times over her face, neck, torso, hands. The blows were of such a force, her head was almost separated from her body.
What can you tell us about the weapon?
It was a knife with a 6 1/4-inch blade, serrated edges.
Do you know if the knife was ever located?
It was not. However, we found this knife set in the defendant's kitchen. The set is always sold with 5 knives of varying lengths. The defendant had only 4 knives. The one with the serrated 6 1/4-inch blade was missing. Tests showed that the wounds to Mrs. Gilbert's body were consistent with the missing knife.
And did the wounds tell you anything about the killer?
From the angles of penetration, we determined that the killer was over 6 feet and left-handed.
The knife you're referring to, would it surprise you to learn that 5,000 identical knives were sold in the last 3 years in the Boston area?
No.
And to confirm, you never found the murder weapon?
No, we did not.
Yes, it's circumstantial. But from where I sit, he's going away.
Murder one?
Well, that I don't know.
I have here an article. It says where the federal government can also bring civil rights charges, and it doesn't amount to double jeopardy. Does the death penalty ever apply to these civil rights cases?
Mr. Gilbert, I would never presume to know what you're going through, but, are you getting counseling? See, I took the liberty of looking at some of those videos, and there was one in particular. You were sitting in a chair, feeding your daughter, and what I saw was a father. A man full of love, somebody tender. What I see sitting across from me now is a man dominated by hate. Now, while your rage is certainly understandable, I would think that what your wife would want for your daughter is for you to try to be the man that I saw in that video.
I don't really know how to do anything else right now. Besides hate him. And to be honest, I hate you a little as well. For getting him off 10 years ago. For putting... I'm sorry. Well, my testimony is first up. I suppose I should get some rest.
Should I give you the big defense attorney speech?
I gave that speech to my wife at the time. I gave her the line, you know, we represent the guilty, thus ultimately protecting the innocent. This is one of the innocents I was protecting.
After he had worked for us, he kept coming around, presumably to check the equipment he installed.
Did this strike you as strange?
Perhaps a little, but we weren't alarmed. Until Tracy started to notice him at the market, the gym, her art class. He was everywhere she went. We soon realized he was stalking her.
Did you go to the police?
We did. They said since these were all public places, there was nothing they could really do.
And Mr. Gilbert, at some point you confronted the defendant, did you not?
Yes. 2 days before the murder, I asked him to refrain from following my wife. I told him he was scaring her and my family. I stated I was afraid for her safety.
And how did he respond?
He said if he wanted to harm her, he wouldn't just follow her around.
My client had been in your house many times.
Yes, doing electrical work.
Even as recent as a week before the murder, he was in your house.
Yes.
So you didn't regard him as a threat?
We were getting nervous, but we attributed it to our own paranoia. Then, about a week before, he entered the house without knocking, and it jolted my wife. That's when I went to the police. 2 days after that, I confronted him.
I assume you loved your wife very much.
You assumed correctly.
Love anyone else as well?
I beg your pardon?
Were you having an affair at the time of your wife's death? Did you kill your wife, Mr. Gilbert? Objection!
Miss Willow, you'd better have a good faith basis for that question.
Sidebar, Your Honor.
What's this about?
Your Honor, last night I received an anonymous message. I submit a copy for your review. It may be completely bogus, but since it alleges that Mr. Gilbert was having an affair and that he is the killer of his wife, Tracy, bogus or not, it's enough to give me good faith for asking the question.
I'll allow it.
Your Honor, I really...
But you're on a short leash. Now step back.
Let's start with the affair, Mr. Gilbert. Were you in love with another woman at the time of your wife's murder?
I'd like to exercise my Fifth Amendment right not to answer. It had nothing to do with this case.
Mr. Gilbert, it may be irrelevant, but
She's married. She has a family. I can't do this to them.
What the hell is going on?
Am I free to say what you've told me?
No.
Let me tell you something. If you plead the Fifth, you gift wrap reasonable doubt with a big red bow. Do you understand me? The fact of the matter is, Mr. Gilbert, you have no alibi for the night of the murder. Nobody can verify they saw you working late. The reason we dismissed you as a suspect is we had no motive. Now we do.
Hold on a sec.
I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm just making you aware. This is what the defense attorney will play like a trombone. Our only chance now is to explore this affair, rule you out as a suspect.
I'm not talking about the affair.
Well, then we're done, Mr. Gilbert. I'll certainly keep prosecuting. But we're done.
I was married when I was 12. My mother was married when she was 14. My grandmother was married when she was 13.
All arranged marriages?
Yes. All successful as well, I might add.
But Mrs. Viorka, I mean, you do appreciate that the idea is a little offensive to Americans.
I do. But Americans have trouble comprehending non-romantic unions.
Well, marriage without love.
Marriage is about family. Partnerships for parenting. In our faith, it's also about preserving ethnic identity. And by the way, arranged marriages still go on in the United States, however quietly, for this very reason.
In the United States?
Yes. And I don't mean simply in the Mormon faith. It happens with Orthodox Jews, the Greeks, Muslims, Hindus. There are thousands of such marriages every year in this country.
You see nothing wrong with forcing Anna to be married or to be raped.
If she doesn't consent to consummating the marriage, Mr. Shore, then sex shouldn't happen.
But Mrs. Viorka, come on, if her 15-year-old husband overpowers her in the name of religious consummation, he's not going to be prosecuted, is he?
First of all, how dare you presume Roma boys to be rapists?
Because consummating the marriage is part of Roma tradition.
Consummation is traditional in America as well. But if the bride says no, we don't assume rape.
We assume capacity to give consent. We can't do that with a 12-year-old.
You don't know our culture.
I know this is an archaic practice that has no place in this child's life today. I know persecution, Mrs. Viorka. I know crime.
In this country, you take newborn babies and snip off the ends of their penises. I imagine some other cultures would object to that. The United States believes in executing human beings, while every other westernized country finds that barbaric.
Yes. I'm sure we could exchange cultural barbs ad nauseum. It wouldn't change the fact you're this girl's mother.
And I love her deeply. And perhaps you would entertain a radical idea that a mother might know what's best for her daughter?
And perhaps you could allow for the not-so-radical reality this girl is a child.
Whose parents deserve the right to raise her according to their culture, even should it have the audacity to vary from the United States of America.
Told you she'd be tough.
Yes, you did. Anna, should we win here, are you going to be happy being raised by your relatives?
Maybe I'll marry you. Gotcha. My relatives understand. They'll look after me.
Won't you miss your parents?
Of course I will. I'll probably cry forever. But it's not right that I should be forced to marry somebody I do not love or even like. That is not right.
Jury's out?
Who knows for how long? With your friend taking the fifth. Who are we kidding?
Do you think it's possible he could have done it?
I don't know. You know, we always go to the spouse first. Because he had no alibi. We interviewed every person in this guy's life. All of them said he was devoted to his wife and family. Hopelessly in love with her were the words most often used. I don't see him stabbing her 31 times. No. I don't think he could have done it. To answer your question.
I'm not here representing Mr. and Mrs. Viorka. I'm here representing the United States, a country being condemned worldwide at the moment for imposing its views beyond its own borders. Do I favor arranged marriages? Absolutely not. When children are involved, I find it abhorrent, as I'm sure you do, Your Honor. But it is simply not our right to dictate our notion of morality to foreign countries. Anna Vyorka is a wonderful little girl, but by her own testimony, she's not really afraid of getting married, she just doesn't want to do it. That simply fails to rise to the legal threshold of persecution that warrants asylum. This girl has a loving family, eager to safeguard her future according to their culture and their tradition. As much as we might reject that tradition, it is not our right to substitute our own.
Your Honor, these are not particularly proud times for Americans. Around the world, we're increasingly perceived as imperialists. Where they get that, I haven't a clue. But I think we can all agree the last thing we need to do right now is to continue to police more foreign cultures. The truth is, I agree with almost everything Mr. Bennett just said. But this is a child facing an enforced marriage she does not want, facing enforced sex she does not want. This isn't tantamount to rape, it is rape. Rape. It may surprise you, but I happen to be a very proud American. And where I remain most proud of our nation is in the belief that its people remain strongly committed to human rights. At our noblest, the United States serves to protect the weak, the oppressed. A 12-year-old child is asking you today to spare her from an unimaginable atrocity. I fully understand we can't be policemen for the world, but how about for one innocent, vulnerable child?
You sure you want to be here?
They know he killed her. They have to know it.
Mr. Foreman, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
The defendant will please rise. What say you?
The matter of Commonwealth versus Jake Spooner, on the charge of murder in the first degree, we find the defendant, Jake Spooner, not guilty.
Thank you. This completes your service. Mr. Spooner, you are free to go. We are adjourned.
You okay? Mr. Gilbert.
I can still pursue him civilly, right?
Well, that affair business would come up in a civil trial, too. Mr. Gilbert, I don't mean to sound like a broken record here, but you really need to let it go now. I mean, you have a little girl. You have your entire life ahead of you. Otherwise...
I keep saying I got nothing to say other than this was justice. I'm innocent. I didn't stab anybody. And I'm grateful that the jury saw it my way. And now I'm just going to try to get back on with my life. Oh, shots fired!
I'm here on the steps of the courthouse.
Witnesses reported a blue pickup fleeing the scene. There has been no description of any of the occupants.
Did he order it? Gilbert?
I don't know.
Who else would have done it?
I don't know.
Where is he?
Police got him for questioning.
Is there a reason you're not with him?
I'm done with the man.
People from all over the world appear before me every day, begging, please let me stay in this country. Some facing unimaginable poverty, oppression, or cultural hatred. We typically, uniformly, say no. Here we have a young girl who, quite justifiably, doesn't want to have her hand forced in marriage at the age of 12. Mr. and Mrs. Viorca, I find this Roma tradition to be repugnant, even sick. But I realize that could be my own cultural bias talking. And I am mindful that the legal test for persecution is not how I feel, or even what Anna feels, but what the reasonable person in Anna's predicament, in Anna's country, would feel. The testimony and evidence seem to clearly establish that these forced marriages typically happen in the Roma faith, that it's a cultural norm, and that the reasonable Roma 12-year-old girl does not feel persecuted by them. Looking at this through their lens, which I am required by law to do, I cannot find the level of persecution that would authorize me to grant asylum. Mr. and Mrs. Viorca, I would love nothing more than to impose my American culture and my American values upon you, but I can't. All I can do is hope, even pray, that you abide by your daughter's wishes. The plaintiff's petition is denied. The minor shall be immediately released to her parents.
Can we appeal?
No.
What do you mean? There's always appeals.
Not on this.
That's not right. Why can't...
Anna? You need to come with us now.
I can't. I won't.
Anna. You need to come with us.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, Mr. Shore.
Goodbye.
What do I do with this wrongful death research?
Put it in the file. We may send off an opinion letter if he ever asks. And make sure we bill him. Well, well, well. What have we here? Grieving husband? Murderer? Devil? All of the above?
The police just questioned me for 5 hours and released me.
Yes, well, I'm sure there was no evidence. I'm sure the job was immaculate.
You stood beside me, Mr. Young. You, of all people, know I didn't kill Mr. Spooner.
I don't know you didn't order the hit, but I'll tell you this. Standing beside you, I had the opportunity to see your face when your wife's killer went down. You didn't look surprised, Mr. Gilbert. One could almost conclude you expected him to get shot.
Is that what you think?
Here's what I know. You were desperate for the death penalty. You said to me he deserves a bullet right between the eyes. Those were your exact words, Mr. Gilbert. Quite a coincidence, don't you think? I mean, considering where he got shot. You never had any affair. You sent that anonymous note to the defense counsel. You set yourself up with the question, then you pled the fifth, knowing full well your wife's killer would be set free. Then you had him executed. Because that's what he deserved.
Mr. Young, I'm sure Mr. Spooner had many enemies who wanted him dead. After all, we know he killed before, right? He was only free on a technicality, because you were able to suppress most of the evidence.
That's why you chose me. You knew all the time I'd gotten him off.
I wish you well, Mr. Young.